What is going on, fellas, and welcome back to Hertha Hero with me, FoggyPlays, on FM22. We're still finishing this beta. I'm adamant we're not going to get sacked, because I've never been sacked in the beta that I can think of. I've never been sacked in the beta. I do not want to get sacked by Hertha Berlin, but today we're taking on Shakhtar Donetsk in the Europa League. There's some very interesting results in the last round of the Europa League, might I add. Some unexpected teams got knocked out, like Napoli, but there's still some quite big teams that are in this, and I'm surprised. So we're going to be taking on Shakhtar, and our form has turned around. We have managed to fix mostly everything. Having said that, we're going to get absolutely shit stomped by Shakhtar, guaranteed. But if you do want to enjoy this episode, do make sure to leave a like and subscribe. Now let's get into the video. So, like I said, fellas, we are taking on Shakhtar in the Europa League. Is that what I... Let's go to stages. In the first knockout round, Zenit got knocked out, which was kind of surprising. Then I saw that Ludogorets knocked out Napoli. So, and Sociedad got knocked out by Feyenoord. That was also surprising. The fact that Bilbao knocked out Borussia Mönchengladbach. A little bit surprising. Besiktas get knocked out by Olympiacos. It's fine. It's whatever. But Napoli getting knocked out by Ludogorets, did not see that one coming. But since you were here last, we have beaten Cologne 5-4. Oh my, was that an open game, shall we say. They scored most of their goals from set pieces, so I can kind of understand, we're struggling a little bit. Ellers didn't have a great game. But Barrow scored a brace. Ecklinkamp got himself a cheeky little goal. Lorenzo Luca both also scoring a brace, which was quite nice. The penalty was a little bit dubious, because our first goal against Union Berlin was also a penalty. But then Barrow scored a brace against Bochum in the next game. So he's scored 4 in 2 games, which was quite nice, because he hadn't really scored too many goals. But in the 5-2 victory over Bochum, Melida, Luca and Salcedo also scoring. Salcedo finally scored his first goal and then picked up an injury in the game against Augsburg. I had Salcedo and Melida playing as wingers, and they both had to come off. Salcedo picked up the injury a little bit earlier, and I kind of hummed and hawed about taking him off. I was like, maybe we'll take him off. And then as I went to take him off, Melida picked up a knock. So I think both of them are unavailable for Salcedo. No, I think Salcedo's back, actually. League-wise, we're sitting 4th. I think if we do really well in our last 8 games, we could catch Leipzig. I'm really just kind of hoping we don't fall into like this group, like Bayern or Bayer Leverkusen, Borussia Mönchengladbach, Hamburg, Frankfurt. Kind of really don't want any to do with any of that. Union Berlin are also on the verge of being relegated already, which, as a Hertha fan, good. So we've made a few changes for today's game. We're not really changing tactic because it's working, but this is how we are lining up. We have made a minor adjustment to the tactic, just to make up for some players that are unavailable. Like Toussaint is suspended, Ndike still not recovered from his injury, Melida also is going to be out for another 3 weeks. Salcedo is sitting on the bench, can play, so that's fine. But we've got Alte starting in goal, Stark, Gector and Ellers as our defensive 3. Baku and Plattenhardt playing as complete wingbacks, because I want to see if they can get involved. Barrow and Suat as our central midfield. Serdar not played very much football, lacking a lot of match sharpness at the minute. But we're going to pop him in and just see how he gets on, because why not? I'm going to give him... Ecklinkamp has been in quite good form recently, but I'm going to see what Suat can do. Bale and Torres are going to be playing as our wide men. Also, not 100% sure that's the best thing to do. Torres, but we don't really have anyone else that can play on the left. Did consider changing the tactic completely, but it didn't work against Augsburg, so we're not going to try it. But Luca starts up front, and we're going to start this game attacking, because we are at home. It is a single game, so there's no second leg for this one. Because of the World Cup, everything gets cut down to just play one game and get her done. Lassina Traore playing up front. I feel like he's going to be an important player. Don't let a good run of form come to an end. Nope, they don't care. Okay, I have faith in you. I have faith in all of you. I'm going to put my fists and have faith. So we're going into this on a good run of form. 5 unbeaten. How is Shakhtar's form? 2 defeats, 2 wins, and a draw. They have Andrei Shevchenko as their number 1. I think we can all safely say they don't know how to play football. Plattenhardt, long throw. The keeper carried it over the line. I have not seen that since... Was it FM20 was the last time that happened to me? Plattenhardt, just a long throw, and the keeper just walked over the line with it. To be fair, he did have, by the looks of it, was 2 players. Gechter and someone else. Was it Torres? Was up near him. So Plattenhardt, they should give an assist to Plattenhardt for that. Like, is he going to do it again? No. That's one thing I do like, is when you tell the person throwing or taking the throw in to throw it long, they don't just throw it long all the time. Barrow, back of the net, his 7th of the season. He is on fire. Oh, maybe this match was, one thing I did do actually is when we went 2 up against Bochum, I praised the players. We almost instantly conceded, so I'm not going to do that again. Plattenhardt overhits his free kick, but Baku's there to pick it up. Goes for a bit of a jog forward. The cross isn't great, and Shakhtar have a chance to break. Lassina Traore playing as their left winger. Not the position you'd expect to see him, seeing as how he is probably their main goal-scoring threat. But we've just stolen the ball off him. We're just going to build from the back. Stark and Gechter just passing the ball to each other, waiting for one of them to make a mistake. Gareth Bale knows he doesn't have the legs anymore to run. Baku with the cross. Luca. Oh, Barrow had. He's feeling it. He's feeling it. Yes, I am recording, and I do have sound. That is fantastic. Torres has picked up an injury now. Left wing is cursed. Also, we don't have any players who can play wide on the bench, for obvious reasons. We don't really have anyone that can play there. I was going to pump fists and say, take charge of this match. I was going to tell everyone that I have faith in them. You have the ability. Go out and prove it. I'm going to bring Salcedo on for Torres just because he's carrying a little bit of a knock. I'm just going to make him an inside forward because he's not really an inverted winger. Can't really cross the ball. I want him to be inverted because he can't. He's decent finishing. I'd like if he could, finish. Plattenhardt with the corner. Ellers puts it in. It is 3-0. And I'm going to chuck a bit of praise at them. Get in. What I would say is, from what I've noticed, when you play with a back 3, if you've got like the middle one playing as a ball playing centre back, never gets a great rating, to be fair. Bale is also not getting the best of ratings. But Shakhtar have an opportunity to attack us here. Are they going to make the most of it? They're building nicely. They're padding their stats. Pedrinho finds Marcos Antonio. Mudryk. Pickle Rick! We're not really... We're pressing them, but we're not really pressing them. Just players are running towards them, but at least we're stopping them from getting the ball into the box. I do feel like one of our players that are booked up, Pedrinho, eventually gets sick of it and takes a wild effort. Stark is 1 yellow card. Nobody cares. Why do you tell me these things? Alte, short ball to Stark, building from the back, finds Gechter, Ellers, Plattenhardt. Not a great pass, but he gets the ball back. Luca, our striker, is playing in central midfield. Salcedo, beautiful ball around the corner for Plattenhardt. Plattenhardt gets it across. Luca almost got there, and they're saying at the bottom in the text that we're enjoying ourselves, and we are. We're having a whale of a time, lads. Gareth Bale's going to come off for Arezzo. We're just going to move to 3 up top because why not? Salcedo can be complete forward support behind Luca. Baku can then be a complete wing back on attack. Do I want to make any more changes? Not right now. So we're going to confirm those changes and get back to it. 3-0, comfortable, not overly fussed about scoring anymore. Wouldn't mind if we scored a couple more goals. If we get Salcedo a goal, maybe Luca hasn't. He's been quite the creative force, not so much the goal scoring force that I was hoping he'd continue to be. But everything's fine. It's fine. It's all fine. Nothing to worry about here. Ellers manages to win a header, and Stepanenko, what an absolute screamer. That was quite the goal. Fair play to him. Good job. Plattenhardt steps up to take the corner. Ellers just puts it over. We're going to make our final change. Sweatsedar's going to come off. We're going to bring on Eklenkamp. We're going to make him Imazella on attack. Don't like how little the strikers are involved. So I'm going to put them onto complete forward on attack. Get them in there. We don't have any subs remaining. That's fine, because I thought it was telling me to make a substitution. Why tell me this? I can't make any more changes. So I'm like, oh, you should probably make a change. One of your players is very tired. Yes, he is, but can't make any changes. So don't tell me about it. Win was good for us. Well done. Didn't really want to play Gareth Bale, but didn't really have a choice. Chelsea have been knocked out. Lille have been knocked out. Surprising team to make it into this round. Ludogorets are knocked out. Everything's looking pretty fruity. Torres out for 3 days with a tight hamstring. We've been given £1 million for winning a game of football. Pleased with how you played in the last game. Ellers, you are fantastic, my friend. And Hartman is satisfied. Hartman is my assistant, isn't he? Yeah. I have like 3 assistants, so it's hard to keep up. But as you can see, dynamics looking actually pretty good. Adrian Fine is upset because he wants to go on loan because he's not getting enough first team football, which is fair enough. Nobody wanted him. I literally offered him out for 0. Like, we will pay his wages. All you have to do is play him occasionally, and every team in the world was like, nah, thanks. George Bellow's upset because we didn't put him in the Europa League squad. Didn't really have, with 3 players that were ahead of him that were more important. And whatever. Plattenhardt's upset because I gave in to Zifrick, even though he didn't. I literally said nothing. He just turned around and said, I don't want to leave anymore. And I was like, cool, thanks. You're not going to play many games. And he hasn't. So for the next episode, we're going to come back and we're going to play potentially, is it both legs? Is there 2 legs for the next round? Quarterfinals or semifinals? Semifinals. Is it 2 legs? We'll find out in the next episode. Because it is saying there's 2 here, but I'm not sure if that's like because they're going to be split. But the Europa League. Oh no, because we're only going into the quarterfinals now. Okay, so I was looking at semifinals, quarterfinals. Winners qualify for semifinal. I'm probably just blind and can't see it, but that is for the next episode. So if you have enjoyed this one, do make sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe, share with all of your friends, and we will take on Europa League dominant teams in the deck, probably Inter Milan or someone. We're probably going to get Inter. Actually, yeah, that's probably what's going to happen. But if you have enjoyed this episode, do make sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe, share with all of your friends and people who aren't your friends. Just share it with everybody. Thank you very much for watching, fellas, and I'll see you in the next one.